All right, so I just want to go over market structure. Um, I like this goal because of this area where price has been finding a lot of support and resistance. I want to focus in on this here, this area. Your price been finding support along this area here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And price is currently inside. Because we on the 4 hour, that could take a while. So why I like support and resistance is because no matter how far back we go in the past, I hope my internet is working with me today. No matter how far we go in the past, that's the only drawing I have on the chart. Is basically using historical data. It's basically using historical data where you don't have to do that research. You just need to go back in the past. April 2013, prices in this area found resistance and then price dropped and dropped a lot. I was hoping I could see more touches, but it's stopping me at 2013 January. But nonetheless, the support and resistance that I drew where price is right now, when we go back to 2013, we see that same area, price respecting it, showing us resistance here along this area. And we could use any level. We could use this level here. See the support here turn to resistance over here. The floor turn into the ceiling, price dropped. So if we use this area here, and we extend it, we should see support along this level. Support here, resistance here, based off of what price was doing in this area here. Previous support, still showing you support here. You get the resistance here, resistance here, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. So this is why I trade zone to zone. Resistance, it's a long wick. And no matter which level we use where price stop, we know we can find more touches. Simple as dropping this line here, looking at this support right here where price came down, stopped going down, started to go up. We look back in the past, more support, and there's resistance. Resistance up here. So I prefer to trade support and resistance because it's a higher probability when you get comfortable looking at it. You get a whole lot comfortable looking at it. You just need to identify the areas where price turns around a lot, changes direction. So looking at gold right now, because we already know that this level is a strong resistance as well as support in the past, we just need to be patient and wait on some candles to actually print. to tell us what this is going to do. We don't have to try to force it and say, okay, I want to jump in now. I want to catch these extra pips. I want to catch these extra pips because price found resistance a lot. I just want to sell it. I just want to sell it now. That's what we tell ourselves so we can get a good entry. And we can ride it down to the low. Right? And so we jump in the trade because we want to get a good entry. We get in too early. Price may want to go a little bit higher. It might come out the zone and it might come right back down. I still ain't taking the trade until I see this resistance here. And I could place a trend line on it to show me that price wants to go down. That's being patient in the market. This could happen. This may take a week to happen, but when I do take the trade, it's going to be a high probability setup. I don't have to hurt my head about it. If it doesn't happen, we just change our focus. Let the market tell you what it wants to do. If price goes up, comes down, finds support, we can now place a trend line on it to show that it's going up, and we could put in our buy entry. We could put in our buy order into the trade there. But it's just being patient. Being patient and letting the setup come to you and you not chasing the market. So either direction, we're making money. But we just got to be patient and wait on that good setup. So with gold right now, because it's at this key level here, we can go down time frames just to see what's going on. The higher the time frame, the stronger the confirmation. That's how I look at it. Because I undecided on the 4 hour, I undecided on any time frame lower than that. I undecided as far as I need more candles to print to show me what the market is going to do. So I'm not trying to force a setup, but I see resistance here, turn to support. I need price to make a higher high and come back down, and then I'll be looking to enter if I see it on a higher time frame. So I don't have any confirmations now on the hour, but I can make a note of this level here. I can work my way down. 15-minute price just basically ranging right here. So ain't really going nowhere, up nor down. Same resistance line that I drew on the hour. We see it here on the 15-minute. Price broke above, came back down. Could have got caught a couple of pips. I personally wouldn't be taking a trade because I didn't see it on the higher time frame. But support and resistance is still in play here because we see this resistance turn into support here and price went up. Same resistance still holding. Price broke above, came back down. Lots of wicks right here. Price went up. So for me, I looking at this level on a smaller time frame. I want price to go higher and come back down to retest as support for us to enter. I pretty much won't go any further because I know I didn't see the setup on the 4 hour. If I go up a time frame, and I see it on the day, for me personally, I think like waiting on a day candle to close is too long, and that's why I look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour could give me a good indication of what's going on in the market. But looking at the day, I want to force the trend line. Either one could work. There's no wrong way to draw a trend line. So right now, this what I say when I have to waiting on more confirmation. I need more confirmation to see what the market's going to do. I'm going to wait for more candles to print, but I do not want to miss this move on gold. Whichever direction it goes, I just want my confirmation. Once I get my confirmation, I'm happy taking the trade. Someone had asked me about US 30 earlier today. And I know we went over it on Sunday. I'm waiting for price to break this level here and retest it before we buy again. When you look at the chart, and you could play around with different time frames to get a better entry. That would be the main purpose of you playing with all the time frames, going from one time frame to another. It would be to get a better entry. So because we saw all this resistance here, and we see price break it and come back down to retest it, this could have been our entry. Could have been our stop loss, been a tight stop loss. That could have been your trade right there. That's when you learn the different time frame, understand market structure a lot better. I waiting on a break and retest on the 4-hour, but here we have it on a 15-minute where we see the break and retest where we could have caught a couple of pips. Same thing applies on the bigger time frame. Just how it made this move here, same thing applies on the 4-hour. If I see this happen on the 4-hour, I know for sure I don't have to wait on it. I could get in, put my stop loss in place, and just let the trade play out. I wouldn't have to, I don't sit down and watch my trades. So no setup on US 30. Four hours. So what would trigger me to say I want to take a look at this pair is if I see a support level or resistance level turn into support. I can use any one of these. I'll use this one here since price actually made its move from here. Or we could have used this one here, that's fine. But you see the resistance turn to support here. Now I want to pay attention to this. I want to pay attention to it and see where I can actually enter this trade. You look at it on the hour, you still see the support level. Lots of support. We know we already saw the resistance on the 4-hour, so we good to go. We want to know when to enter now, or if it's a good time to enter. Keep on working your way down the time frame. If y'all talking in the chat, I have the channel. I can't even see my screen. You could go ahead. Let's say you got in here after you saw this wick on this level because you saw it on the 4-hour. 15 pips. A tight stop loss. Obviously, you won't be catching a big move because you'll be playing it safe, or you're just getting your pips and calling it a day and just looking for another setup. But if you're looking for setups on the 4-hour, you might as well just catch all the pips at one time. That's how I see it. It makes no sense analyzing on the 4-hour, my personal view, and just trying to get 15, 20 pips. Like if you wanna be that safe, that's more than fine. But I analyze it on the 4 hour, I want to catch it to the next zone or to my zone. So 5 minute. And as you go down the time frame, you'll be able to see that it's going to be less and less pips for your target. But you'll also have a tighter stop loss. Same 15 pips. 4 hours. 4 hour chart. Price isn't at a support or resistance area right now. It is in my zone. I wait for it to come out. EA. I see support here. Price is in this area right now where we saw support in the past. So we possibly could have a setup coming out of this right here. Let's go down to the hour. And what I remember from Sunday was I was like, this just keep dropping with no real pullback. I saw a support level on this horizontal line. Just looking to see what price is telling me. Like right now, I'm looking for defined support because price just been dropping. So my mindset is I'm looking for buys, but I just need that confirmation before I could take the trade. When I look at the hour, if I was to place a trend line on this right now, that would be my trend line. We could wait for price to make a move up and come back down. If price respect it and close above the trend line and leave a wick here, we can look to buy it up. So I just working my way down now. I know the line is here, but I already know support and resistance is an area. So I'm not too hard and fast that, okay, it looked like it's finding resistance on this line now. So let me just sell it. So higher time frame rules. Three minutes left on this candle. 15 pip stop loss. Target will be the last high, which is here. See what's going on in the 5 minute chart. Again, the higher time frame rule. What I also pay attention to is, and I touched on Elliot's wave yesterday. We already know how the market moves. Right? We already know. So my thing is, when looking at the market, if we start at A, right? Just looking at A, and we see price make a move to the upside, right? It goes higher. Price goes higher, right? Once price doesn't go lower than A, I looking for an uptrend. Once it doesn't come past A, I looking for price to continue going up because it didn't come back to where A started. So it could come back as low as it wants to. Once it doesn't pass it, or if it stops here, then I'm looking for it to go back up again. But if it passes it here, if it passes A, then I can start looking for I can wait on the pullback. I'm gonna start waiting on the pullback to see what price does. Once price pass A, price doesn't pass A, I still looking for buys. So in this example, price didn't pass A, so we're looking for buys. So let's take a look at the chart. Go back to the chart. Just pick something random. Okay, looking at this area here. I don't want to go too close into the candles. Price started off here, made a move up. It stopped here. It didn't go back to A. It didn't go below A, so I still looking for buys. So I'm gonna put a trend line on it. Right? So if we're looking for buys, maybe see price stop there. What do we also take into consideration? Also take in consideration these levels here, where price has been finding resistance in the past or support. We got support, resistance, 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 support. All right, price made a move up. We're looking to see if price come back past A. It doesn't, it stops here where price has been finding resistance in the past, finding support. Let's buy it. Let's buy it. Tight stop loss. We now have a trend line on it. Price made its move. Because we placed the trend line after the two touches, price made its move up. We see that price came in this area where price was finding resistance before. We close out the trade. It's being too greedy. We close out the trade. Price made its move back down again, back to the trend line. Left a wick. Okay. Let's see if we can buy it again. And you ain't gonna always catch the exact pips of the move. You might miss it sometimes, and that's fine. That's fine. The thing is just minimize your risk. Minimize your risk. So if we say price started here, let me just delete this. After we see price made this move here and didn't go past this level here, let's look at this as A. Price made a move, came back. It didn't go as low as A, so price went back up. When we see price stopping here, our stop loss done in profit, so we even ain't worrying about this right now. We ain't worrying about this trade because our stop loss done in profit, we done guaranteed to make money. When we see this long wick and we see price starting to drop, let's place a line on it now and see what's going on. Let's see why price stop here. Why the price stop going up? Look, we got support right over here. We got support here. If we follow the line, we got resistance here. So we now look at this as A. Price made its move. It didn't go back up past A, so we can start to look at it going down. While keeping in mind that we're still looking at this big move here as the pullback. And I hope I'm not confusing anyone. I hope I'm not confusing anyone. If I am, you could unmute yourself and just let me know. All right, so price didn't go back up to where we started. After we then got kicked out of the trade, our stop loss hitting profit. Price came back down to this level here where it once found support. Started to go up again. It went higher than where we looking at A when we got knocked out in profit. So let's place a line on it, because now we're waiting on price to get high and come back down to retest it so we could buy it up again. Because we won't wait on that confirmation. That confirmation is what gives us that's what gives me that nonchalant attitude when I trading, because I already know that I have my confirmation. I don't need to watch my trade no more. I'm confident because I didn't backtest all these times. I have that experience from backtesting and demoing that I know once I take a trade based on my rules of my trading plan, I don't have to worry about my trade no more, and I'm leveraged properly. So price breaks, goes higher, makes a higher high, pulls back here. It stops there. We don't know the price where price can stop. We just place it there. All right, we ain't too confident we want to take this trade because the candle came lower, even though we know support and resistance is an area. We already know that support and resistance is an area, so we don't want to take that chance. Let's just say we don't want to take that chance. It don't look right. So as far as I'm concerned right now, this is touch one. I ain't too sure if my trend line in the right place. I ain't 100% sure, but then you see this here. You see that third one? And I give you a little bit more confidence to say, okay, I want to take the trade. See, we don't have to rush. Most of the time, we rushing to try and make this money because we want to make it now. We want that money in our pocket. We want that in our trading account. We want our trading account to grow. So sometimes we just jump in the trades too early because this could very well continue to come down. But when you then place your trend line on and you see prices make a move away from it and come back down, and you see these 3 wicks where price tried to break this trend line, you already know now you could enter this for a buy. Even if you don't get the perfect entry, stop loss below the wicks, your target would be, you could either put your target here at the last high, because price could do anything once it reach here. You could put this as your target, get out the trade. That would putting my TP here would help me a lot because I see this long wick where price start to come back down. That's a safe place to get out. If not, we move it up to the next one, up to the next level. Either one, here, here. There we go. This is our first take profit. That'll be our first place we look to exit. This would be our second. This would be our third. And then we look here for the fourth, right? All these times are opportunities where you could get in the market, make money. Play it safe, get your pips, get out. Get your pips, get out. And I still on the 4 hour. I ain't worked my way down yet. I still on the 4 hour and I just find setups on the 4 hour. Right? So price struggling to break this level here. Let me just delete this one. Price struggling to break this level. Struggling 1, 2, 3, 4 times it tried to break this level. So I'll be thinking to start to look for it to go down. If I miss the move, that's fine. I missed the move, that's fine. I now looking to see what price is gonna do. Price made a pullback here, left this wick down here. Price left that wick there. So let me clean off some of these lines. Are you back to where you started with this trend line over here? We already know that we see the resistance here, and we get this nice wick right here in line with this support level. We see the resistance, we see the support. This would be a good time to be looking to buy. With this gap, I wouldn't have fooled with this trade at all, because the market really could do anything. I personally wouldn't have taken this trade, even though the support is over here. That gap would have thrown me off. I wouldn't have been into the trade. But when I see price make this move up and come back down, and doesn't close as low as where we started looking at it, because this would caught our attention, this wick on this support level. This would caught our attention. We got touches, we got some wicks where price tried to come down. It didn't come back down 100%. And I use my wicks when I draw my fib. I use the wick, so this would be A. The wick would be A. Price made a move up, came back down, didn't come back down to A, or didn't go below A, so I still looking for buys. I have 1, 2. If I miss this one here and I still ain't sure, I wait on the third one. I catch this one here and I ride it up. I could be getting out here. I could be getting out here because we already noticed a strong resistance level as what price been doing in the past. We look to get out here, or we go back to our regular TPs that we discovered earlier on. Here, here, here. Even this support level here. All them possible take profit spots. I personally would be looking to get out at the first one, make that money, because price could do anything once it reach back to this next level. And I get out the trade, always minimizing my risk. My reward has to be more than my risk. Always. Always. Otherwise, it don't make sense for me to take the trade. So it's just when I talk about letting the market tell you what it wants to do, the market would always tell us what it wants to do. Always will. It always will. We just have to be patient enough and know exactly what we're looking for. And everybody's gonna have their different confirmation as to why they're taking the trade. If I see a zone and a trend line matchup and price finds support, that's automatic that I take in that trade. That's automatic. So back to what I was saying with price not going past A. This would have been the move. Price didn't come back, so I'm still looking for buys. When I see that price doesn't get higher than the last high, I now start looking for it to go down. Just like here, start at A, price went up, came back, didn't come back to A, or didn't go below A or past A, I still looking for buys. Price came back down, I still looking for a buy here, but when I notice that it doesn't go higher than here, than A, this now turns into my A, and so I now looking for it to go down. This here, I'll be looking for buys again, short term. So let's just follow it. Let's just follow it. This one is higher, so that's A. So I looking for sells now. I looking for a buy now. I'm still looking for buys. I looking at a sell because I see this level here. Price made this move down. It didn't go back to A. Now I looking for sells. I'm looking for sells. It came back to A here, because this would have been A. Price made a move up, came back down, support. I'm looking for it to go up. When I see it get higher than here, and here, and here, I waiting on this pullback now. The market can tell you the story. You just have to listen to it. Made its move, didn't go back higher than A. So this one here, I don't try to trade the pullback. If I looking for sells, I'm looking for sells. I'm not trying to catch the pullback. Price then goes higher than A. So all my trades are off now. Made a move. I looking at buys now. I watching the trend line. I watching the trend line. Price made a move up. Didn't go as high. When I see price, I already draw the trend line. So now I probably wouldn't even trade this at all. Wait on a move. That's the pullback. I looking for sells. So it's putting your take profit where you want it. Once you get in profit, once you put your stop loss in profit, that puts you in a risk-free trade. You really don't have to hurt your head about it. You don't have to hurt your head. You don't have to worry about that trade no more. Putting your take profit in the right place, even if you're going for 10, 20, 30 pips, you just have to set up your rules to say, okay, this is what I go in for because this is what I see in the market. And that's why I want you guys to back test whatever you learn. Always go back to the market and try to find a setup yourself. Always like take control of your trading account. That's 100% on you. Your trading account, like we could call trades all day. The second we don't feel like calling trades, then we don't call trades. And then you stuck. Take advantage of the time that you put into. If you're trading more than you're studying, you're doing something wrong. You need to be studying way more than you're trading. Study way more. And the thing is, once you done study, you already know. It's like riding a bike. You don't know when last you rode a bike, but if someone put a bike in front of you right now and you go to ride it, you already know how to. It might take some cuts and bruises while you was learning, but 30, 40, 50 years later, you still can ride that bike because you know, just like your alphabet. Anyone asks you what the third letter alphabet is, you already know. You already know what the answer is because that's ingrained in you. So that's the same thing with learning anything. Once you learn it, once you learn the basics and you understand how the market is moved, there's always going to be opportunities for you to go in the market and make money. So if you're trading more than you're studying right now, you're doing something wrong. And you fix that if you want to become a successful trader. Study more, and you'll only be studying in the beginning because now you know you like me 2 years later, I trying to perfect what I do. Like I just want to become the best trader there is. Like that's just what I want to do. I just want to perfect it. I always looking for ways to get better. Always trying different strategies. I know what works for me. I know what works. I know what made me the most money so far. But I want to get better. I don't want to just go for 10 pips on a regular basis. Sometimes I want to set a trade and just let that run all year. I don't have to watch that trade because I already know where the market going. Let's go. Let's go to the day chart. If we were looking at this, we're looking at this move here, and we say, okay, I see the resistance here. I want to sell this. I want to just let this run. I want to just let this run for the whole of 2208. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So let's say we wanted to catch this whole move. Just let the trade run. Oh, I gone too far. 2019, 2020, 2008. So the whole of 2009. We just want to let the trade run the whole year. And this is just hypothetical. I just saying, like, that would have been my goal, to let the trade run all year. It would have been a lot of pips. I would have gotten kicked out a long time ago. That first month, I probably would have gotten kicked out. That first month, I would have gotten kicked out. I caught a whole lot of pips. I won't do that. That's what I want to do. I want to just set my trades and let them ride. That way I don't have to focus on it too much. Passive income. So always looking to get better. Always looking to improve on what I do. And so once you have that education and you're chasing the knowledge as opposed to chasing the money, you can forever be making money in the market. So I say all that to say, study way more than your trading. That's it. Study way more than your trade. All right. So any questions before we head out? Anyone want to look for a trade or see what we got on? All right. All right. I'm gonna stop the recording unless you guys have a question. If you don't have any question, I'll just stop the recording. I'm gonna unmute and ask the question if you do. Or if you want to find a setup for us, let me know.